Hello, this is Model Monday episode 46, and here I have Iwata's Studio Series Smart Jet Air Compressor. This is a Iwata airbrush compressor. It retails for around $280 US. It features many different features that the cheaper ones do not have, such as the on and off feature for when you are not consistently spraying. It also holds air in the tank and is not always using its motor, which keeps it from being worn down as easily. Here you can see a diagram of the compressor. Alright. So last week I ordered one of these and I was unboxing it, and then I realized that one of the legs was broken, so I had to return it. Luckily there is a year warranty for this. I hope this one doesn't have the same issue. You just pull this out. And there is the hose for the airbrush, the hose that goes between the regulator and the tank, and then the pressure valve. Alright, first for the actual compressor. This one isn't broken like last week's was. That's pretty fortunate. Alright, as for the other components, here's the pressure regulator. It goes from 0 to 100 psi with increments every degree. And then you get this hose and this hose. So as for this regulator, it's just in here, just like this. I don't think there is anything else you're supposed to do. So I guess I could set this up now. Alright, this hose should go just like this. I'm not entirely sure how this stays in here. And the other hose, this one connects to your airbrush. This just goes right on here. Alright, next I will go over the instructions, and then after that I will show it being used. Here are the assembly instructions. and the assistance page. Some getting started tips. Maintenance, some other stuff like that. And the warranty, troubleshooting. That is it for the instructions. It also comes with adapters for different airbrush brands. Here I see Badger, Aztec, and Posh. There's also a spare O-ring and this filter here. As for this valve assembly, I just looked at my old one, which I replaced because it died. The spare O-ring is supposed to attach the compressor gauge to the actual airbrush assembly, so this just should go right under here. Perfect. Just like that. And now this doesn't move. Great, so this one appears to be in better condition than the one I ordered last week. And I'm excited to start working with it. So anyway, I said that I would get it working to show you guys the sound and quality of the compressor. Alright, as for the sound, this is the first time I'm turning it on. When it is not attached to an airbrush, this hose here just continues spraying. And when you attach an airbrush to it, you can see down here this bleed valve, which regulates the air pressure. If I zoom in onto the regulator right here, as soon as I tighten this valve down here, air pressure should go up. And then it eventually stops once the tank is full of air. So if I unscrew it a little bit, I can regulate less pressure. And the tank should go back on. If I tighten it all the way, now there is no air escaping, and I push down on my airbrush trigger, the compressor kicks back in to fill up this tank with air, and you constantly be supplying it. This hose right here, the one that connects to the compressor to the gauge, just acts as a longer extension for the tank. So the motor is not running unless you are spraying or the compressor is leaking air through the bleed valve or through a broken hose. So that definitely helps with maintenance and helps the compressor work for longer. This is also where you can replace the filter. I'm not gonna take it off now. It's kind of difficult to take it off. You can just use a screwdriver to pry it off or something. I haven't had to do that, and I used my old one for about a year and a half. It's not a lot of maintenance on this. So I highly recommend this. There's also a few cheaper versions. The main difference between this and I think it's called the Sprint Jet is that the Sprint Jet is always running, so it's never off like this. And it's even if you're spraying, the motor's on, regardless if you're spraying or not. So I think that's kind of a plus, and it also helps with the longevity of the compressor. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.